U.S. President Joe Biden signs a package of spending bills passed by Congress just hours before a shutdown deadline. AP correspondent Jackie Quinn reports.
The president, in signing the stopgap legislation, is thanking leaders from both parties for keeping the government funded. At a meeting last month, he noted the danger of allowing a shutdown.
A shutdown would damage the economy significantly, and I think we all agree to that.
This package helps fund the hiring of more air traffic controllers, housing assistance for veterans, and other programs. Congressional negotiators are working on a second package, including defense spending, in an effort to have all federal agencies fully funded by March 22nd. I'm Jackie Quinn.
A ship with Gaza aid is preparing to inaugurate a sea route from Cyprus to the war-ravaged Strip. AP correspondent Karen Shamus reports.
Speaking from Larnaca in Cyprus, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen told reporters,
"Despite all the challenges, and this is truly inspiring, we are now very close to the opening of the corridor."
The launch of the new sea route is a sign of the international community's increasing frustration with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It also showed a new international willingness to work around Israeli restrictions. A ship belonging to Spain's Open Arms will make a pilot voyage to test the sea corridor. Open Arms founder Oscar Camps told the AP, "No, we're not concerned at all about security. We're concerned about the security and lives of the people who are in Gaza, who have neither food nor medicine to treat chronic pathologies." Israel said it welcomed the maritime corridor, but cautioned it would also need security checks. I'm Karen Shamas.
You'll find expanded coverage of world news and events at our website, voanews.com. This is VOA News. A program that allows 30,000 migrants from 4 countries into the U.S. each month has been upheld by a judge. AP correspondent Mike Hempen reports.
U.S. District Judge Drew Tipton says Texas and 20 other states have not shown they suffered financial harm from a humanitarian parole program. Up to a total of 30,000 asylum seekers are allowed into the U.S. each month from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Eliminating the program would undercut a broader policy that encourages migrants to use the Biden administration's preferred pathways into the U.S. or face stiff consequences. The states, led by Texas, argued the program is forcing them to spend millions on health care, education, and public safety for the migrants. An appeal seems likely. I'm Mike Hempen.
Another top donor to the UN agency aiding Palestinians says it will resume its funding. Sweden's decision comes weeks after over a dozen countries halted hundreds of millions of dollars in support in response to Israeli allegations against the organization. A ship bearing tons of humanitarian aid is preparing to leave Cyprus for Gaza, meanwhile, as international donors launch a sea corridor to supply the besieged territory facing widespread hunger. The health ministry in Gaza says that 2 more people, including a 2-month-old infant, have died as a result of malnutrition. People sprinted across rubble in Gaza City for the latest airdropped aid on the eve of Ramadan. Unrelenting gang attacks in Haiti have paralyzed the country and left it with dwindling supplies of basic goods. VOA's Tommy McNeil reports.
Rotting fruit and withered vegetables sit next to hundreds of empty water jugs and propane gas canisters at businesses across the country. Worsening the situation is this week's closure of Port-au-Prince's main seaport. The move left stranded scores of containers filled with critical items like food and medical supplies in a country where UN officials say half the population does not have enough to eat and 1.4 million are starving. While grocery stores in upscale parts of Port-au-Prince remain stocked, a majority of the population cannot afford those goods. Tommy McNeil, VOA News.
Pope Francis has said in an interview that Ukraine, facing possible defeat, should have the courage to negotiate an end to the war with Russia and not be ashamed to sit at the same table to carry out peace talks. The Pope made his appeal during an interview recorded last month with Swiss broadcaster RSI, which was partially released on Saturday. Francis said, quote, "I think that the strongest one is the one who looks at the situation, thinks about the people, and has the courage of the white flag and negotiates." Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni stressed that Francis was picking up the, quote, white flag term that had been used by the interviewer.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.